we are ready for another webinar. We're ready for another webinar. It's 1 week more out of the year, which, by the way, is going super fast, super fast. It's going away. I feel like January was probably what, like 25 seconds ago.
Feels like a few days ago.
Looks like a few days ago. I know. I'm excited because this is the first time we're actually having a tour operator into this webinar series that we're doing. And what tour operator? The largest one. Yeah. And I am even I would even go all the way saying that it's actually the largest tour operator in the world. And they're here with us. So that's exciting, no, Lorena?
I'm super excited. They're my preferred tour operator for my agency, and they always have been. I love them. And I hope that those of you that don't know them well or don't use them yet can really learn a lot from our series that we're going to be doing with them. We have many more planned, and we're super excited to bring you guys this information so you can learn more and get better at what you do.
So this one today, it's about understanding their brand and also talking about VAX. And then we're going to have other webinars throughout the year where they're going to be talking about the resorts. It's really going to be an X-ray of what Apple Leisure Group is all about, no? And today we have with us Clint Scheirer. Clint, he's the manager of account implementation for Apple
one of those
Leisure
English
Group.
words messing you up.
I know. It's how do you say implementation in Spanish, Lori?
Implementation.
Implementazione. Yeah. No, that's not Spanish. That's not it.
That's my Italian coming out.
I know.
How do you say it in Spanish? Can you say it in Spanish for us?
Implementación.
Oh, see.
That was an easy one. Oye, we have here today also Pablo Enriquez, our director of new projects. Hola, Pablo.
Hi, guys. I'm very excited to this, as Lori was saying, one of the first of many webinars that we'll be having with ALGV. So it's an honor to be here with all of you, and we have a great attendance, which is awesome.
You know what? I recommend all of you to stay through the entire webinar, because at the end, we're going to be giving away, what are we giving away, Lorena?
A fam trip, a Mexico fam trip to one of our 5 fams.
Oh yeah, we have plenty, and we have one that it's absolutely fantastic. So I'm very excited about that. So I think without further say, what's happening with my English today?
I won't make fun of your English.
No, don't do that.
You'll still make fun of my Spanish, though.
We can do that all day long. Anyway, let's bring the man of the hour, Clint Scheirer. I know you're over there. So the presentation, it's all yours. I'm going to be sharing my screen. So I'm going to be giving you control, Clint. So you do your magic.
Awesome.
Welcome,
Sounds
Clint.
good. Hey, thanks, guys. This is Clint. I am the manager of account implementation. I appreciate everybody from Mexico FamTrips and all of you guys here. You may have heard my voice on different webinars or tutorials with ALGV. Been with the company about 6 to 7 years. I absolutely love working for ALGV. I love the products that we provide, and I really believe in the wholesale tour operator. For those of you guys that are brand new and you're like, what the heck is that? All that means is that we take hotels and we take flights and fun things that your clients can do and transfers, and we allow you to book them all in one bundled package. Because we're a wholesaler, we get discounted rates. We then can increase your commission, and we also get a little bit of the markup. So if you remember back to like grade school science, we are very much a symbiotic relationship. We would not exist without you. If we did not have travel advisors, there would be no ALG. There would be no ALGV. It's just not possible, because you are over 90% of our business is working directly with travel advisors, and you guys provide the heart and soul and relationship that makes clients not want to do it themselves. They just love coming back to people who they can trust, who they can have a relationship with, and not just a button on a screen that they're pressing. So my job today is to explain, what does ALGV have to offer? How do we even fit into VAX? How do you navigate VAX to find all the good stuff that we had to provide? Daniel went ahead and gave me the ability to share my screen. So you're going to see my face get probably a little bit smaller as everybody else's. I'm going to ask that if you could, in the chat, put the number 1 if you can see all of the ALGV brands, if you can see VAX, and you can see my screen moving up and down. That means number 1, you're listening to me. There we go. And we know that we're in the same spot. All right, so where I am is a place called VAX VacationAccess. Some of you guys may have been here before. Some of you guys, this might be the first time you've ever seen this, or maybe you're not registered to book with VAX yet, or you may not be registered to book with ALG. The beauty is VAX is very much a separate company than ALGV. I work for ALGV, Apple Leisure Group Vacations, but there is a bigger company, kind of an umbrella, if you will, that all these other little companies live under. So there's Apple Leisure Group, which is owned by Hyatt. If you didn't know that, that happened back in fall of 2021. We were bought for $2.7 billion. We are one of their most profitable parts of their business. So that is ALGV underneath Apple Leisure Group. Now there's 3 other companies that you're going to hear about as we continue to do trainings throughout the year. There is also VAX VacationAccess by Tricep Solutions. So that's the technology company. The technology company is all the people that we trust to build the product that you're going to be able to book with us. So they allow the technology for you to take those vacations, bundle them together, and do all this great stuff. The reason they're separate, though, is you will note that we don't have every brand or every operator that you see in VAX. They're not all a part of ALGV. So the 6 brands that you see up here, Apple Vacations, FunJet Vacations, Travel Impressions, Southwest Vacations, Blue Sky Tours Hawaii, which also includes South Pacific locations like Fiji, Tahiti, New Zealand, Australia. And then lastly, United Vacations. These are the only 6 vacation brands that are a part of Apple Leisure Group Vacations. These are the only people who I represent and my company represents. But when I come into VAX, I see tour operators and suppliers such as American Airline Vacations. They are not a part of ALGV. If you sent me an email today asking about an American Airline Vacations product, I'd say, sorry, you got to reach out to their rep. That's not us. We also are not a part with SeaWorld Parks and Entertainment, Universal Parks and Resorts, Travel Plus Leisure. You're also going to find an option on VAX called VAX Hotels and VAX Published Air, where you can get product from those different companies. That's not a part of ALGV. So the people that we are focusing on today are Apple Vacations, FunJet Vacations, Travel Impressions, Southwest Vacations, Blue Sky Tours Hawaii, and United Vacations. I said it again, not because I just want to show that I can, but that I'm building that muscle memory in your head of these are the people, these are the brands, this is who we are. To get into VAX, you're going to be signing into VAX with a username, a password. I'm going to hop out to the front screen because, like I said, some of you have never signed into VAX before. You'll notice that I have a agency account number. This agency account number, when you register with VAX, may not necessarily be your IATA number or any other number than your phone number. Usually we try to keep the main phone number of whoever the lead contact is, or whatever the lead phone number is for your agency. That becomes your agency account number with VAX. Your username, you can kind of decide what that looks like and what it is. For internal, we always have the first name and last letter of the last name, but you can put whatever you want in here. I will just mention, if you haven't registered yet for VAX, try to make that name something that you would want clients to see on an agent email that you're sending out, because there is no way to send out an email in VAX when it's not your VAX username. So there was a lady who had an email, I think it was like Sun Fun Bird 2099 or something like that. That's what was on every one of her emails, and she had to change that every single time. So make it something professional, make it something that you'd be proud to send to somebody. The password is up to you. Your original password is going to be like rocket science. It's going to look like a bunch of letters and code, nothing anybody would ever make as a password. But the first time you sign into VAX, it's going to prompt you to change the password to something that you can remember. So if you have not registered for VAX, this would be the very first thing that you do. You come to VAX VacationAccess, and you can see to the right, it says, welcome to VAX, register now. You're going to go through that entire process. And just to help everybody, if you're not registered, I just entered it into the chat, the front page that we're looking at right now, this page where you can click on the registration and go through the whole process. Now, once you're signed into VAX and you're logged into VAX, you actually need to register with ALGV. You are not automatically registered with Apple Leisure Group or any of our brands just because you've registered with VAX. Why? Because we're separate companies. So we can't automatically just assume that everybody who signs up for VAX wants to book with us. That's something that you have to do on your own. How? The easiest darn way to do it is you come in. I'm from the Midwest, so I'm sorry if you get a little bit of my Midwest flair here. But if you go and hover over suppliers, click on either ALG Vacations or any one of the brands that you now know are a part of our group. I'm going to click on FunJet Vacations just to keep it simple. I can scroll to the very bottom of any of our brands pages, and you're going to click on Agent Registration. That is down where it says work with us. I think there should be a question mark there. I always read it like it's a question, but you're going to work with us by clicking on Agent Registration. That's going to have a PDF document that you can download. There will be some things that you need to submit to us and things that you need to send over to us. And you're going to see our brands that you are applying for when you register here. I want to note that VAX will automatically say VAX Hotels and VAX Published Air, but that is not a part of ALGV. That is just the random brand that VAX has created to kind of catch people who don't have a home. And we want your home to be with ALGV. So just know, yes, you could book these properties, or you could book through these brands, but it doesn't count towards any revenue or passenger count, which is really what creates how much you earn with us throughout the years as you continue to grow as a business and you get more clientele and you start to book more of those Mexico vacation packages, which really is the bread and butter of all of our brands. Mexico, Caribbean, and Central America, that's the powerhouse right there. You can make a wonderful living just selling those locations and not going anywhere outside of Mexico, Caribbean, Central America, and potentially Hawaii. We do provide, though, domestic locations, Europe, all around the world, Southeast Asia, and we'll talk about how you can find what product we own, but it all starts with registration. So first things first, you have to be able to sign into VAX. How do you do that? You click on that link I put in the chat and you register for VAX. Once your VAX registration has come through, building that muscle memory again, I'm going to left click on the logo of VAX. That always sucks you back to the homepage. You're either going to go to the ALG Hub location, suppliers, ALG Vacations, and from here, there will be options at the very bottom of the page to register with us as well, because we want to make sure that you're able to register to book. It'll take you to that exact same page with all of our brands, or you can go inside of any one of our brands and register with ALGV. When you register with ALGV, you are registering for all of the brands at once. So you don't need to go in and register for FunJet or register for Apple or register for Travel Impressions. You register with ALGV, you're registered with all of our brands. Feel free to put any questions that you guys might have into the chat, just because that could be very confusing. But if you get to this point and you are registered with everything, you're golden, because now this site is your oyster. Like, this is where you can go in and really make bank, really provide an awesome product for your clients. I'm going to talk about each one of these brands right now. So I'm not just going to state what they are. I'm going to state why you would book with one over the other, how they compare, what are our relationships with some of the airline brands that show up on these products. And hopefully that just gives you a good understanding of what's best for your business. First off, I'm going to lump together Apple Vacations, FunJet Vacations, and Travel Impressions. These three brands have been around for quite some time. Apple, I think, is over 50 years old. FunJet is coming up on that 50-year mark as well. They used to be top competitors until about 2018, when both of these companies merged together. They merged together, and that's when all six brands kind of became under one wheelhouse. Apple and FunJet are the most similar brands. The only difference between booking an Apple vacation and a FunJet vacation, it's not really the product, except Disney. Disney is the only thing that you will find in FunJet that you will not find in Apple. It's because Disney, Walt Disney World Company, has a relationship with FunJet, a long-standing one, and you will only find hotels on Disney property that are Disney hotels within FunJet. You won't find it with Apple. But otherwise, everywhere else in the world, that product is exactly the same. What's the benefit of booking one over the other? It's like Nike and Adidas. Some people have been booking with Apple since they started 50 years ago. Some people have been booking with FunJet since they started 45 plus years ago. And so it's really a preference. It's also, where are you going to put your eggs? Have you ever heard the phrase, I don't want to put my eggs in all one basket? It's actually a good idea to try to focus on a main brand that you generally book most of your passengers. Once you hit a certain level of booking certain types of our product, you can get top commission on all of our brands, but it's really great to start to just really focus on one brand and move along with it. But it doesn't mean that you may not need to pivot and use one of our other brands because it's a better deal for your client or a better fit. Travel Impressions, I lumped it all together with Apple and FunJet, but Travel Impressions is unique in that it used to be owned by American Express, and then it was sold over to Apple Leisure Group. Apple Leisure Group bought this brand because it's normally considered a luxury brand. Most of the product that you see with Apple and FunJet are also going to appear in Travel Impressions. Sometimes there might be special room categories that are on request that you might see with TI, and generally, you're going to see that the price is higher booking with Travel Impressions than it is with FunJet or Apple. The main reason for that is that you can earn a higher commission with Travel Impressions. It's travel agent only, it's a higher commission, but because the commission's higher, so is the total package price of your reservations that you book for your clients. So the vacations will be higher overall, but you make more money. All right, over here, we have some unique brands. I'm going to skip Southwest and United for now and hop into Blue Sky Tours Hawaii. So this brand has been around since 1981. It was acquired by the Mart Travel Corporation, which used to own FunJet back in 1981, and they were stationed out in Albuquerque, New Mexico, of all places. And their main gig, as you can tell, is Hawaii. But they also provide a different commission structure than any of the other brands. All of these other brands, your commission is based on how many passengers you booked the previous year. So if you booked 500 passengers the previous year, 100 passengers, 50 passengers, that will determine what commission you're earning with that brand the next year.
Clint,
when you're
can
doing,
you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Daniel.
Sorry, but there seems to be some agents on the waiting room. Can you check, please?
Would I go to participants?
It should appear over there, waiting room.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Can you please allow them to come in?
Oh, yeah. I'm clicking on admit all for you.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. All right. Welcome to everybody who just joined. Sorry I left you in the room. This is being recorded, so you will be able to go back and listen to anything that we talked about. With Blue Sky Tours, your commission is based on the land portion that you book. So the higher your package is, the more your commission is. It has nothing to do with how much you booked the previous year or how many passengers you had with Blue Sky Tours. That's great because sometimes as you're building your business and you're trying to gain more passenger count, do more business with us, you might need to pivot and use Blue Sky Tours for a Hawaii booking so that you can get either higher commission for yourself and a good price for your client, or you could book Hawaii with FunJet, Apple, or Travel Impressions, or United Vacations. We even have Southwest Vacations that goes to Hawaii as well. It's a little bit different though. It's a little bit different with Southwest because Southwest does not provide you with the option to do multiple stops in a package. All the other brands do. Southwest just started flying to Hawaii right before COVID. So right before COVID, it was like, all right, we might need to open up multi-stop to Southwest. And then we stopped because obviously the world stopped when COVID began. So we didn't enhance that brand to actually let you do multi-stop packages, but you can fly single stop to Hawaii with Southwest Vacations. Speaking of Southwest, let's talk about the two airline brands. This probably gives you the most confusion, most questions I get. Southwest Vacations is not Southwest Airlines. United Vacations is not United Airlines. I do not work for Southwest Airlines. I do not work for United Airlines. I work for Apple Leisure Group, who has Southwest Vacations. or United Vacations. And I think the best way that we can explain this is the airline comes to us and says, you have some really good relationships with hoteliers. You have really good relationships with suppliers or people that are giving your clients excursions. We have really great airlines and really great air rates. Could we partner together so that we can create a vacation package for travel advisors to book with you? What we'll give you is the lowest airfare possible to bundle together with your hotels. And we said, well, yeah, absolutely. And they said, oh, by the way, we also want you to manage any of the customer service that comes along with booking these packages. And we said, okay, that sounds good. It's profitable. We'll do it. And that's what we also do with United Vacations. So the benefit of booking United Vacations and Southwest Vacations is if that's the airline of choice for your clients, not only can they earn extra loyalty points with those airlines when they book packages going to Mexico, Caribbean, and Central America, they also have the ability to get the lowest rate for airfare and the lowest rate for airfare with these airlines when you book a package through them. So if any of you guys are based out of Houston, Intercontinental, Newark, New Jersey, any of those main hubs for United Vacations, you might do a lot of UV business. And we affectionately call it UV, United Vacations. If you come out of Houston Hobby, or you come out of any other location where Southwest, like Baltimore, is the main gig, you might book a lot of Southwest. I do want to point out of all of these brands, Southwest Vacations gives the lowest commission. Even the highest commission with Southwest is not as high as you would get with any of these other brands. And why? Because they can. It's just what they choose to do. Because they do it that way, the prices will be lower because they're not paying out as much commission to you as the travel advisor or as much markup to us, the tour operator. So I'm really pulling back the veil for you all to understand that this is a massive operation. When Daniel said we are like the largest tour operator in the world, he wasn't joking. We are legit the largest tour operator in the world with the most options for you to be able to use. If this feels overwhelming, choose a brand that you like Nike and Adidas, and go with it. Go with the brand that gives you the best commission and get the brand that gives your clients the best package price. That's a good best practice for you to do as you move forward. Now, some other things that I want to talk about on this page. This is the ALGV gives you more page. This is like the hub or the heartbeat of when you are inside of VAX and you want to know what's going on with us and our brands, you want to come to this page. You get here by going to suppliers, ALG Vacations. I can go into any one of the brand's stores, the brand's websites by clicking on that brand. So let's just say you're in Houston Intercontinental, right? Houston, you get a big hub for UV. You click on UV's link or logo, and it's going to suck you into that website, but you're still inside of VAX. You haven't left VAX. You have just narrowed your focus onto the UV website. When you're inside of here, you have all the access to any of the brand's information related to programs, policies. If your client's a part of United Mileage Plus or has that United Mileage Plus Explorers card, they're going to really be making bank if they book with UV. You can get up to 5% commission on airfare when you book UV, which is something you can't get if you go to American Airlines Direct or United Airlines Direct. You can earn commission on airfare when you're booking with the tour operator. We provide flight options called bulk air. Means that you can only put it when you're putting it together with a hotel or a car. That's another benefit to us. Now, I will say bulk air 5% is much like a pizza. I'm going to try to give you guys a real scenario. If you ever got a pizza from Domino's or Papa John's or wherever you get your pizza, we used to do Pizza Hut growing up. It's not my fave anymore. If you come to Milwaukee, you should do Jets Pizza. That's where I live. Jets Pizza is rocking. So go ahead and get some Jets. But when I buy a pizza, my price for that pizza nowadays could be anywhere between 14 to maybe like 25 bucks. That's about how much money you can earn when you book airfare, bulk airfare on the bulk going to Mexico, Caribbean, and Central America for 2 people. And you might be like, well, that's not a lot. But if you're buying bulk air on multiple reservations that you're booking throughout the month, think of it this way. If it's 25 bucks and I sell one bulk air ticket or one $25 amount for a total of 5 days, that's 5 times 25, you're looking at about 250 bucks, maybe give or take my math. And then if you do 52 weeks throughout the year, you're now looking at least $2,000 to $3,000 that you are leaving on the table by not jumping on the opportunity to book the bulk airfare. So bulk is something unique that a tour operator gives you that you can't do if you just say, well, I'll book the hotel with FunJet, or I'll book the hotel with Apple, or I'll book the hotel with Travel Impressions or Southwest Vacations or any of our brands, but I'm going to have that client go ahead and book their airfare on their own. You're missing out on extra commission. You're missing out also on a discounted rate with the hotel. We provide you a discounted rate on the hotel that we negotiate by telling that hotelier, we're only going to sell that reduced rate when we have airfare with it. So if you have air and hotel, you're actually getting a lower price on the hotel that if you or your client went directly and booked that hotel with the hotel, and you're also getting a lower rate on the air than if you just went directly and booked that airfare with the airline. So little tips of the trade. Now, if I ever want to go back in VAX, the tabs up here actually create new tabs. So if I want to go back to that ALGV gives you more page, I can easily just click on the tab before. If for some reason you got locked, you canceled this tab and now you're like, oh no, I'm stuck in United Vacations. Just left click your mouse on the homing beacon, which is VAX in the top left-hand corner, go to suppliers and click on ALG Vacations again. You're already back to the homepage, and it took me longer to talk about it than to actually do it. Other things that are important on here, you will find that we have all of our latest promotions, all of our latest information on policy updates. A few little notes for you guys that during COVID, Southwest Airlines, which we do provide Southwest Air flights with Apple Vacations, FunJet Vacations, and Travel Impressions, they were shut off going to Mexico. You could only get it either with Southwest Direct or going to Southwest Vacations and booking your flights with a Mexico package. Not anymore. As of last Thursday, we opened it back up. Southwest Airlines opened it back up, and you can book Southwest Air flights on our other three main flagship brands. So that's great. We also recently had a new low deposit policy that it's not new. We used to do this prior to COVID, and it just got a little sticky until we got all of our actual policies in place. But if you choose that bulk air, which I told you gives you the amount of a pizza and commission, you're also able to get a reduced deposit for your clients. It's $250 per person on all of our major airlines. That doesn't seem maybe cheap to some of you, but the crazy thing is on a package that doesn't have bulk air and doesn't have our travel protection, clients always for the deposit have to pay the full amount of the air. So when you have bulk airfare and it's $250 per person as opposed to the entire air ticket, it has been proven that the best way to get a client from thinking about buying a vacation with you to actually doing it is a low deposit. It really helps them jump over that hurdle of, I don't think I can do that right. Well, I can do $500 right now. I just can't do $2,000 right now, or I can't do $1,000 right now, but I can do 500. So being able to provide you with that low deposit, that's what we're always trying to do. Give you guys easy ways to book packages and get clients moving and grooving. The very last little bit here that we're going to talk about before we open it up to Q&A is that there is no way in a 30-minute webinar I can tell you everything I know about ALGV over 7 years, or even my colleagues that are going to be jumping on these webinars. You have Kim Hall, who has been in the contact center for over 8 years. You have Mark Werschnig, who's been with the company for over 15 years, working in both the contact center and on our education team. You got a lot of knowledge in these webinars, but we can't tell you everything. We can't transplant our knowledge via, brain surgery or anything like that. So the best way for you guys to really dig in and understand how to use ALGV is you're going to go to this ALGV hub page. You're going to go to the very bottom where you see the books. Books, think knowledge is power, think Schoolhouse Rock, think this is where I can learn things. Click on the books with your left mouse clicker. This is the landing page to enter our education campus. It's going to talk about some of the things we do with education, but the real powerhouse is down here where it says www.algvacations.com/training. So I'm going to show you how I got here again. Suppliers. I went to ALG Vacations. That brought me back to my hub page, which, by the way, go ahead and bookmark this page. If you're not signed into VAX already and you click on this bookmark in your web browser, it'll have you sign into VAX, but then it'll take you directly to this page where you can start your day, having each one of the brands at your fingertips and being able to enter in that direct site and book a package. But once you're here, scroll to the very bottom. where you can see the books. Remember, knowledge is power. And then lastly, you'll click on the algvacations.com training link. Here is the education campus. And if you forget everything I say today about the brands, about, you know, my weird jokes about pizza, you want to remember the education campus, because this is where all of the enhancements, this is where you can access any of our webinars throughout the month. This is where you can go to our self-help library. And if I don't know how to make a regular booking, like that's where you guys all start. If you don't know how to make a regular one-stop booking, you could type in the word basic. And over here in the keyword search, I see that there's a few options that show up. If Spanish is your main language, you could even watch a basic search in Spanish, but clicking on building a basic itinerary, we provide both a tutorial, short 2 to 3 minutes, as well as a PDF document that walks you step by step how to do all this stuff. The other thing to remember is that when you are going to be using and utilizing all of our brands, it doesn't matter if I'm booking on the front page of VAX, which has a search engine, and we're going to talk about making a search in the next webinar. That's what it's focused on, building a basic package. If I go to FunJet as my supplier here, or if I choose to go to suppliers and into the actual FunJet store, the search engine is going to give me the exact same price, the exact same inventory. The reason I started this by showing you guys how to go to ALGV's hub page and then go into your specific brand is that going into the brand website gives you more. It gives you more information. It talks about our rewards program where you guys earn points on everything that you book. We'll dive into that a little bit later. We talk about the Elite Counts program where you guys get pretty much VIP treatment with phone calls if you need contact. The more you book, the more we give. So there are tons of great resources here. Don't forget the education campus. And at this point, I'm going to just open it up for any questions that we have, Daniel, any questions that we have, Lori. I'm more than happy to give any of my time. And then I also want to give you guys with Mexico FamTrips your time to speak as well. So thanks for having me. This was just a little tip of the iceberg, and hopefully it was helpful.
It was great to have you here, Clint. Thank you so much for sharing all of your knowledge and everything about ALG, and of course the different brands that all of you have. You did a fantastic job as always.
Really was a very good overview of what you do. I'm super excited about this.
Thank you.
So let's do this, Lori. Let's go through the questions and answers.
Yeah.
And then we can go talking about the different FAMs that we have available.
Okay.
So if you want to go through the questions.
Yep, look into them now. Lots of people saying hello. Lots of people saying they love ALG.
Do you want me to
I
stop
do
sharing,
too.
Daniel, or keep that on?
I'm
Totally up
trying
to you.
to get control, but yes, if you can give the control to me, Clint.
Definitely. Let me just stop my screen share.
I'm just grabbing the questions.
Here I am.
If you guys have
I
more
got.
questions, pop them in. 1 second, just getting down to the actual questions. Yes, it's going to be recorded. Eva, hi Eva. Says Southwest Vacation Commission is so very low, and being from Chicago, most of my clients want Southwest. Yeah. I will say that I always, this might open up a whole other bag of worms, so I don't know if I'm going to even say it, but I guess I will. I always add to the commission. Always add to my commission if I'm doing Southwest. It's just, it is too incredibly low. And honestly, I would say look around, because sometimes you can find much better flights even, because Southwest, even their pricing has been, if everyone agrees, like insane lately. So I'd look around. Okay, Lisha says, what happens if the airlines aren't out yet? Can I do a hotel only and then add the airfare later?
Absolutely. That's a great question. So we do have a functionality within a reservation you booked as hotel only to add air onto the hotel at a later time. However, you guys are going to be smarter than 80% of the people who actually book in VAX, because I'm going to let you in on a way that VAX works, a little secret. VAX is always working with live inventory. It cannot just take a flight and add it on to the hotel you booked 300 days ago, like a little Lego, right? It's not just connecting the Legos. What it's doing is it's taking the hotel that you booked, your Lego, and chucking it over your shoulder, canceling that reservation number. It is then pulling in a new hotel reservation with a flight at the hotel package rate. Why does this matter? Well, if you booked your hotel a really long time ago at a great price, the price may not be the same if you go in and add a flight on it. You're getting a new rate at the current day. The way that I would suggest, if you did book the hotel and you don't want that rate or maybe a promotion that's connected with that room category to go away, you are going to want to call in, because we are able to do the Lego version of that. We're able to add a flight separately onto a package without changing the price that you booked 300 some days ago. So that's the easiest way that I can explain it. I'm sure there's other scenarios involved, but that's what I would do.
Yeah, it's because sometimes depending on when it is, how long it is, you're going to see a massive price difference. Will the webinar be available? Yes, we're going to be sharing it for sure.
I'm also
Renera,
going to be adding the set your own commission in the chat for those of you guys that book Southwest Vacations. There's a direct link in our tutorials that talk about how to add commission onto a booking. So certainly important with Southwest Vacations, and you can click on that link for those of you guys, and it should allow you to do so.
That's
Give me
perfect.
1 moment. Yeah.
While you're doing that, I'm going to answer a question from Renera. Renera, you're asking how far in advance are FamTrips final payments from the trip start date? Are there FAMs for agents that don't receive invites? Our FAMs, everyone can apply for them. We go through and choose the people for the FAMs. And then you can, the payment is due 45 to 60 days in advance. We just let you know for sure that on those specific FAMs. So for our FAMs, everyone can apply. Amy, thank you very much. Very informative. Lots of thank yous. Thank you so much, Clint. So many thank yous to Clint. Diane, the webinar will be, we're going to put it on our website. I'm sorry, on our Facebook page. We'll post it there. And actually everybody, we're soon going to have a webinar website page on our website where you're going to be able to go and see all of the webinars we've done. You'll be able to go to past ones. So this one will end up being there as well. Very helpful. Yep, you guys have to definitely add the commission. Just lots of people thanking everyone. Thank you, Jennifer. I just want to, if anyone has any more questions, pop them in there. But I just want to say that I love using ALG. I've always been a huge ALG fan. And I was from originally, before I moved to Mexico, my agency is based out of Pennsylvania, and we only got charters out of FunJet and Travel Impressions. So they're great. They are really a great way for you to have another layer of protection behind you. And I know a lot of people that are new to this are very used to booking all of their vacations direct, either with, let's say, Disney or direct with Sandals. And I know it's hard to kind of get out of that mentality when you're used to booking everything direct. And I'll be 100% honest, I wouldn't book direct for anything but those two. Everything else, I would always book with a tour operator. It's, like I said, another layer of protection. It's another relationship that you have that kind of solidifies everything that you're doing in this business. So it's really highly important to find the one that you like to work with the best. And honestly, why would you not work with the biggest and the best that there is? So thank you so much, Clint. This was great. And I'm looking forward to so much more information that'll be coming from you.
You want me to answer Marcia's question, Lori?
I didn't see it. Yeah, but go ahead.
Yeah, so
yeah, you can't. I was just using that as an example. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. So here's the thing. There are some chains that don't work with ALGV, and there's a reason for that. I said that there's ALG, which is the big umbrella. You have ALGV, which is the vacation company and the wholesaler. You have Tricept, which is the technology company, but there are two other companies I think I failed to mention. The other is AM Resorts, which is a hotel management company for all the AMR properties. Secrets, Dreams, Zoetry will have a separate webinar all about that later on. I think I'm the one who's doing that one. There's also Amstar, which is our destination management company, which is all the transfers. And we know we're not the only transfer company, but that is the transfers that are connected when you're doing a transfer, any transfers on an ALGV package. Because of our hotel management status with having those AM resorts, companies like Sandals and Beaches, as soon as we merged back in 2018, I think less than a day later, Sandals inventory left the Mark Travel VAX inventory. And it's because they did not want to do business that way with a competitor. Excellence Resorts are also another hotel chain that's very popular that you will not find in VAX yet. We are always talking with these people, and I know that we had a lot of conversation with Excellence in 2021. Moving into 2022, I don't know where that's falling, but we're always wanting friends to come back. Palace Resorts is another that you won't find in here. So it's Palace, Sandals and Beaches, and Excellence are the top ones that you won't currently find available. So you might need to go elsewhere for those properties.
Perfect. Yeah, sorry, Marsha. I was just using it as an example.
That's all right. I'm not Marsha, but it's totally cool. This is all learning.
No, well, I was
process.
speaking to her. She's the one that had the question, but no, thank you for clarifying me.
Mhm.
All right, guys, I think we're going to get started on our portion real quick. And we got to give away a FAM.
Yeah, it's talking about all the different FAMs that we have available. As you know, the way that we operate is you don't have to be on a database with us. We promote our FAMs on our website, and you can actually have just the freedom to say, this is the one that I want to go this time of the month. Instead of being invited by a hotel and have to go on that specific date, with us, we have over 70 FamTrips a year. So I'm excited to say that this presentation is going to be a little bit longer than regular because we have a bunch of FamTrips to show you around. So let's start with who we are. If this is the first time that you're coming into a Mexico or Caribbean FamTrip, and what's the difference between our FamTrips and the competition or the regular FamTrips that you are invited with? First of all, we're only looking for agents that are investing on their careers. So what happens here? All of the agents that are going to be coming into the FAM are agents that are like-minded. They want to grow into their knowledge and they want to invest on their expertise as well. We want agents that want to build partnerships with either hotels, wholesalers, DMCs, because that's the purpose of it. Our FamTrips do include everything. That means the hotel stay, mostly of them, 99% of the time, are all-inclusive. They include site inspections, the full training experience in which the hotel, the DMC, us, Mexico FamTrips are going to be able to talk and let you know everything about the destination. We don't do large FamTrips. This means that all of our FamTrips are exclusive. We do at the most 10 rooms at the same time, all of them under single occupancy. And you know what? Most important thing, we want you to be immersed in the local culture. It doesn't make sense to go just to a hotel, get to see and understand the hotel without understanding the country or the island where it is located. Now that we explained what our FamTrips are, let's talk about what is not included. Airfare, it's not included. That's on your own. The same as insurance. Any additional nights or transfers that fall out from the time and date where the FamTrip is taking place, and any extra fees. That means that if you want to go to the gift shop, or you want to go to the spa, or you want to purchase this expensive bottle of wine, just like Lori Swinderman, you got to pay the extra fees. And talking about Lori, why should agents come to our FAMs?
Well, I mean, number one, I'm almost at every single one of them. So there's your number one.
I'm in.
We do them all year long. So it's not like there's a time period where we have them. It's every single month, literally every single week. We try to stick with only 4- and 5-star hotels, just because that's what a good bulk of us sell. If there's some other ones that we get requests for, it's definitely something we think about. We only want fully committed agents that really want to learn and grow. So one of the things I love about our FamTrips is that we get a lot of like-minded agents. And having that helps you build partnerships together where you learn more, but they also really help you build partnerships with the hoteliers, with the sales department, with the staff in general. So that's really important. You don't have to have the highest possible sales at all to come to our FamTrips. You don't have to sell $1 million a year. We want you to get to the point where you can sell $1 million a year plus. We want you to learn. So these are why, just some of the reasons that you should come. We believe in you, and we give you access to the FAMs without having to sell something first. Who hates the whole runaround about you can't come and get a travel agent right at our hotel unless you've sold us? How can you sell it if you don't see it? Sometimes you really need that. So those are just some of the reasons why you need to join us.
And this is a product that it's entirely focused on helping you grow your knowledge and, of course, grow your business. So going to the next slide, these are some of the key partners that we have where we are either hosting FAMs or we have host FAMs. I'm sure you recognize many of the brands: Haven, Casa de Campo, of course, AMR Collection, El Cielo, Excellence, Live Aqua, Blue Diamond, Nickelodeon. There's a bunch of them. There's even more. Margaritaville, Lomas Travel, Hilton Hotel and Resorts, Catalonia, Carisma, Iberostar, The Fives, Valentine, Sensira, just to name a few. And these are the FamTrips that we have coming on the next 2 or 3 months. No, so we have still availability. So make sure to register. Let's start with Riviera Maya. So Lori, this is all yours.
Get ready. I'm going to go fast, but give you lots of info. So the first one's going to be September 1st through the 5th at Azul Beach Riviera Cancun. This one's great because we're not just staying there, although you will be there for 4 nights. You're going to become a master at all of the Charisma resorts. You're going to learn absolutely everything about each of them and see each of them and experience them more. And I'm just saying, on the last one, we went to Le Chic. So you never know what's possible.
Explain what Le Chic, because that's phenomenal.
Oh, it is last time was a 14 course or 24 course? 24
course.
It is a 5-diamond restaurant located at the resort at Azul Beach. It is absolutely amazing. It's an extra cost for your clients, but it is literally well worth it. You can do several different levels of wine pairings, and it's probably the best meal that I've ever had anywhere. It's really awesome.
And this restaurant, just to say, I used to work for Carisma. This restaurant, it's one of the top 5 restaurants in the entire country.
Yeah, it is, honestly. And up there in one of the top in the world, honestly. So that's 4 nights, $750 per person. And then we're going over to Hard Rock, and we're doing Hard Rock from September 5th through the 8th. And you're going to experience Hard Rock Riviera Maya. You're going to get to see Hard Rock Cancun, and you're also going to see Unico and have some experiences there as well. This one is super important just because I know how many of you ask about this one. So you really want to make sure that you take the time to go, because you're going to learn a lot about that brand. This is exciting. We head to Dreams Notora tonight for a FAM, but September 7th through the 10th, we're going to have a wedding specific FAM. So this one is going to be for all of you wedding planners or people that want to learn more about doing weddings. This one, we're going to spend 3 nights there, but we're also going to go see wedding facilities at several of the other AMR resorts. We're going to meet with the wedding team at Dreams Natura. We're going to have a mock wedding ceremony. We're going to do a reception. You're going to meet with vendors and really get to know how to do a wedding, an all-inclusive wedding for destinations. It's going to be pretty amazing. Then the Fives, one of my favorite spots, right in my backyard. This one, September 4th.
We're doing a giveaway for one of these FAMs at the Fives.
Yeah, so get ready. September 14th through the 17th, it's 3 nights. We're going to see all 3 of the Fives hotels, experience all of them. You're going to get a tour of the famous 5th Avenue. You're going to see the Fives downtown. We're going to go to the Fives Oceanfront in Puerto Morales, and we're going to get to experience the Mayan sunset that they do. There's an amazing experience that they do that honestly, it's been one of the funnest things I've done in a super long time. So you're going to love that. And we're going to do a little tour of Puerto Morales. There's a legend that there's a little fishing village there that has a little fishing shop where you can get lobsters this big. So we're going to find out if that's true. And that's $575, and that's September 14th through the 17th. Then we're moving on to Hilton Tulum, and this is the newest Hilton all-inclusive hotel, and it is definitely something you need to experience and see. This one, you're going to see the Hilton Tulum. We're going to stay there 3 nights. You're going to get to also tour and see the Hilton Cancun all-inclusive, and we're going to be doing some really cool trainings and seeing some really fun stuff in the area and learning about these new all-inclusive hotels. And this is September 21st through the 24th, and it's $750 single occupancy per person. Haven. Haven, I love Haven. If you haven't gone to Haven yet, you need to come with us. And this is September 20th through the 23rd. And this one, we're going to see Haven, and then we're going to see some other resorts in the area as well. I know that we're going to see Secrets and Breathless Riviera Cancun, and we're just working on the sites for the other ones as well. This one is $800 per person for single occupancy, or you can do double occupancy if it's 2 travel agents. So if you have like a best friend travel agent, I know I have a few, you could invite them to come with you, and then it's only $600 per person. Then we're going back to Dreams Natura. And this one, we're going to do a visit to the Mayan villages that our Foundation Tiamo works with. And you're going to spend 3 nights at Dreams Natura, learning about everything about the resort, finding out about why you need to send families there. And you're also going to experience several other AMR resorts while we're there, doing sites and training. And then we're going to do donations over at the Mayan villages near Tulum. So you're going to get to experience that and to see some really cool things along the way. And that's September 28th through October 1st. Then we're going back to the Hilton Tulum. Boy, are we busy. We're going back to the Hilton Tulum.
Yes, we are.
I'm getting tired for a wedding fam trip. And this is really cool because they're just rolling out their wedding packages. So it's such a new hotel. This is something, if you work in weddings now and you work in the destination wedding field, and that's what you specialize in, I highly suggest this one. Now, this is going to be cool because it's 4 nights. So we're really going to learn everything about the Hilton wedding packages for Hilton Tulum and also Hilton Cancun all-inclusive. So we're going to be meeting again with the wedding department. We're going to be seeing wedding setups, and it's going to be October 5th through the 9th. And it's $850 for single occupancy for 4 nights. And again, all of the FAMs include your transfers. Every single part of it is included. The education. The only thing that's not are all the little extras.
This is one of my favorites, Lori.
Yeah, he keeps skipping to this one. And it's one of my favorites too. It was the best. We had so much fun last year. It's our Day of the Dead fam trip at the Fives. And it's one of the hotels that really does an amazing job with this. They really go out of their way, and it's really awesome. Last year, we all dressed up and had our faces painted. So maybe we'll do that again. This is October 30th through November 2nd, and it's $575. And we have some really fun things planned that I honestly just can't tell you yet because it's going to be really awesome.
And now I'm going to help you, Lori, because I know we have so much going on. So I'm going to take over.
You take over.
And let's talk about Puerto Vallarta, because we also decided that, you know, Mexico is such a large country with so many different amazing destinations. And why not head towards the Pacific Ocean? So in Puerto Vallarta, we got a couple of FAMs. First of all, with Hilton Vallarta, which they started now with their all-inclusive properties. This is a brand new property as well. And it's 3 nights, all-inclusive with transfer, site inspection, and of course, education. It's from September 27th to the 30th, and this is $700 per person, single occupancy. Here, you're going to experience some of the most amazing sunsets you have ever seen in your life. And we're going there to Puerto Vallarta 2 times. This is the first one. And then we're also going to Maribal. And this is Maribal Harmony. This is probably by far the most impressive infinity pool I have ever seen in my life. So the Maribal properties, you know what, about their food, their quality of service, their accommodation, this is phenomenal. And this is from the 30th of September to the 3rd of October. $750 single occupancy. We branched out as well last year, and it's because agents want to go and see other destinations besides Mexico. So we are also part of Caribbean FamTrips, and we have a FamTrip in Jamaica. This is also a wedding fam because, you know, weddings are way different, and this is about regulations, rules, and also about the experience in Jamaica. So we're going with Iberostar. This is Iberostar Rose Hall. It's a wedding fam trip. It's taking place from October the 26th to the 29th. Here you're gonna be able to learn about all of the different packages, see wedding setups, perfect for agents that want to grow and get to know more about the destination wedding market. $650, 26th to the 29th of October. We're also going to Dominican Republic. And this time we're going with Iberostar as well, with Iberostar Bávaro. From the 7th to the 10th of November, $650. So you can see and experience the beautiful beaches of Bávaro in Punta Cana. And probably we say the best for last, Aruba. Yes, we're going to Aruba. We have a fam trip taking place in December. And this is in Barceló, Aruba, from the 6th to the 9th of December. This is $1,150 single occupancy, includes the 3 nights all inclusive, the round trip transfers, the site inspections, and the trainings. We have a couple of spots left for this one, and this is absolutely phenomenal for all of those agents that want to see the happy island of Aruba. And well, that's what we have actually right now in the books for the next couple of months, except Aruba, of course. And how do you sign up to our FamTrips? Well, all of this information that we share with you right now, you can find it at either CaribbeanFamTrips.com or MexicoFamTrips.com. Of course, it depends to what destination you want to go. You can also find all of the information about our FAMs, what we're doing, webinars, at our Facebook page with the same name, and our Instagram page. How do you attend our FAMs? Well, once you submit your application, you need to fill out a registry form. You gotta hold a deposit, and full payment is due 45 days in advance before FAM takes place. You can reach out to us by email at info@CaribbeanFamTrips.com or info@MexicoFamTrips.com. And Lori, if you want to talk about the foundation, I know we were talking about Dreams Natura, how we are doing donations at the Mayan villages. So you can talk about this.
Yes. So Te Amo is our foundation that we started. It's called Travel Experts in Appreciation of Mexican Origins. And this means a lot to both of us. And it's something that you guys have made just flourish. So I'm super excited about talking about it all the time. So we go out into the Mayan villages, either when we are at resorts, or we also will do it while we, just when we're at home, we go at least once or twice a month. And we take the items that you guys bring us, either when you're down here in the destination or to our FAMs, or the finances that you send us financially through our website. And we buy them food, we buy clothing, shoes. We just did a massive outreach for backpacks for all the kids starting back at school this year. And my goal was apparently not big enough, because originally I just asked for 500 backpacks by August 10th. And by July 10th, we had over 780. So we're teetering right around 800 now, which just blows my mind because it's still not even August 10th. So you guys have been amazing. You can keep going through the slides as we're doing them. So I just wanted to thank you guys for everything that you've done to give and to make such a difference in our lives by helping to make a difference in their lives. And it really does mean a lot, because what you're doing is so much more than what you would ever think. When you do your job the right way and you learn and grow and get as good as you can with what you do, you really are changing the lives of others that you may never meet. So thank you so much for doing that. We're going to be doing a really awesome giveaway, not a giveaway soon, but we are going to pick the winner of the free fam, but we're also going to be doing a drive soon for toys for Christmas. So my friend Santa Claus and I can go out and pass out toys to all the kids.
When I saw the photos of Santa Claus, his belly looks like mine.
He looks a bit like you, yeah.
Yeah, his belly
There's a
looks like mine.
resemblance for
And we
sure.
have like the same glasses.
Yeah.
I think we go to the same store.
Are you
That's just the
related?
coincidence, yeah. Oh yeah, go through the questions. I know we got
Yeah, we got
new
some questions. I'll go through real quick. Misty says, if you've not been on one of our fams, you should go. Thank you, Misty. She's awesome. All right. The Charisma fam was excellent. It was, Marsha. That was a really good one. Donna wants to know, are agents allowed a +1? I'm going to be 1000% honest with you guys. No, not unless they're a travel agent. These are very specific trips about education and learning and getting the most out of your career. And they're not mini vacations. They really are a business trip. So most business trips, you can't take a spouse or a best friend or cat or a dog or anything like that. So on these, you cannot, unless it is specified. There's been one or two that we've done where we do family fams where you can bring your whole family. And we've done one, I think one other fam where you were allowed to bring a spouse, but we'll let you know that specifically ahead of time. Yvette, do we pair up agents if you can't find another agent to come with us, or can a non-agent come along? All of them are single occupancy unless it's specified that they are double. And if it's double, they have to be, again, like I said, another travel agent.
And it's also very important to say that, yeah, from time to time, we allow agents to stay together. We can bundle up. However, we cannot guarantee double beds.
Yeah, only on the ones where we're offering them as double occupancy can we guarantee the double beds. Jordan's getting married soon on our own destination wedding. Then yes, definitely come to all of our wedding fams, Jordan. That'll help your business and your wedding. Amy wants to go on all of our fams. Amy, we'd be fine with that. Come on and see us. Will we be seeing other properties in Aruba? Yes, Marsha, we will. We're going to see, we're actually going to be in Aruba twice. First at the Hilton Aruba, that one is sold out, and we're going to be seeing several other properties. Then we go to Curacao and then go back to Aruba at Barcelo, and we're going to be seeing some other ones there as well.
Oye, Lorena, you're going to Curacao. You're living the life, eh?
I am. How about you?
I have always lived this life.
Yeah.
I'm Mexican.
Superpower?
Yeah, all the time.
I have that superpower now as well. Maybe not as big as your superpower because you're Mexican by birth. Where am I? Denise, doing a fam with you is on your 2023 list. It should be on everyone's, Denise. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. But thank you. We'll be excited to greet you and meet you. And Casey said, thank you so much for that. When will the 2023 FAMs be available? Tawanda wants to know. Tawanda, we are working on the schedule fast and furiously now, and we'll be putting some of those out very soon. Apologize, my children are all sitting around the table. So I think that's it. Are we ready to pick our winner?
Yeah, why don't we do this? Let's choose, we have 81 agents attending this presentation. So literally we have to choose one from those 81. So Pablo, I know you're over there listening to the presentation. So Pablo, choose a lucky number from 1 to 81. And that way we're gonna choose the winner. We will announce the winner on our social media because we gotta download the Excel sheet for the agents registered. So Pablo, all yours.
This time I will go with number 47.
Number 47. How old are you, Pablo?
There you go.
47.
I was
Okay.
gonna go with 69, but I didn't want to be so obvious.
No,
but-
no, Pablo, no, no, no.
Well,
no.
Cecilia already said you were gonna say that, so.
Well, that's why I didn't-
We have FamTrips in family resorts, Pablo.
I
No, no,
know,
that
that's what I
number, no.
didn't say.
So anyway, we're gonna be checking our Excel sheet to see who was agent 47 to register, and we will announce very shortly in all of our social medias. That's Mexico FamTrips and Caribbean FamTrips, and you're gonna be able to choose from one of the 2 Fives hotels where we do have a FamTrip taking place. So, Pablo, anything
Yes.
else that you want to share?
I just wanted to add something that Lori mentioned about the fam trip from the Fives on September 14th to the 17th. For many of you who don't know, on September 16th is our Independence Day. So I bet you that the Fives is gonna throw a good party on September 15th, going to the 16th. So that's gonna be also some added value that I wanted to mention for this fam. I know they do very good job on the little plaza, on the Fives Plaza over there. So I think they're gonna do something for that fam as well. So I just wanted to add that as well. That fam is gonna be happening during Independence Day, so it's gonna be a very good fam as well.
Perfect. Lori?
Sorry, I got lost there. Couldn't find the mute button. No, I'm super excited. I had a really great time today, guys. Jennifer Lena says hello to you as well. And thank you all so much for tuning in. Today was really great. And we love what we do. And I think when you love what you do, it really just makes a big difference. So we really can't wait to have all of you on our fam trip at some point and make a better go of what we do. Everything's just about getting better and better about what we do and helping our clients have the best possible vacations and changing this world while we're at it.
Good job, Lorena. One more stripe for the tiger. Thank you so much. And we look forward to seeing you again next week in one of our webinar series, or we also hope to see you very soon in one of our many fam trips. Take care. Happy hump day and see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Hi, Loren.